All right, let's talk about the bike from Dallas 70.3. So the swim was abruptly canceled 30 minutes before it was supposed to start. And so I was super curious on how they were actually going to do the bike start. Because, normally you have the swim start, they start people every 3 seconds, you get in the water, that kind of disperses people. Now they had to figure out a way to start everyone. And I've never been a part of a swim cancellation, so it was interesting to see what was going to happen. What they decided to do was similar to the swim start. They had 3 people on bikes basically line up at the start race, and every 5 seconds, they would let you go off. Now, they started people by number, by bib number. So if you had a low bib number, you would go earlier. If you had a high bib number, you would go later. And this was, I think, the first problem or maybe challenge with the bike is that because of the way they were making people take off, you had people of all sorts of different ability levels at the bike starting at various times. Normally the swim would let people kind of fish themselves out in a way or sort themselves out in terms of performance or where they were at. You're not going to have your super new people, right up at the front. But here you had that. And so what that means is that there was tons of traffic and tons of congestion. And unfortunately for me, I was in the back. My bib number was 1569, so 1,500. By the end of the bike race, I was passing people in the 700s, 600s. So I passed a ton of people on the bike race. And so not only were you dealing with winds and the difficult kind of conditions, but you were also dealing with tons of people that you were trying to weave in and out through as you were trying to make it. The other big challenge with the bike was obviously the winds. I knew going into it, given the forecast, that it was going to be a little scary, but man, it was scary. I mean, these gusts that were up to 30, 40, 50 miles an hour, they would blow you really, really hard and they would push you. I remember a few times the wind was so bad, I was actually turning right against the wind just so I could actually go straight. That's how aggressive these winds were. There was one time where it blew me off the bike. I started going sideways and then I unclipped from my pedal and luckily I was able to save myself. But man, I had a few close calls. So the conditions were really, really difficult. And it wasn't because the road was bad. The road was fine, but the winds, the congestion made it super, super tough.